Hey, so what's up, you guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another video, and today is Ultraman Day. I mean, I think it is. I don't know. Literally, for the past couple of days, I keep seeing different posts everywhere saying hashtag Ultraman Day, Ultraman Day this, Ultraman Day that. So I'm thinking, okay, that's cool, but when is Ultraman Day? Well, apparently it's today, thank goodness. So I even went on the Ultraman official YouTube channel. Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but yeah, it basically announced that it was Ultraman Day, and they were gonna special guests, from the original shows and all that. So it's pretty nice, you know what I'm saying? And I remember thinking, is it his anniversary coming up? Because as of now, this year, it's supposed to be the Ultra Series 64th anniversary, I guess, something like that. Yeah, so 64 years of Ultraman, right? So I thought I kind of talk a little bit about it. I also brought some of the figures here. Mind you, this is not all of them. I have more. It's just it's kind of hard to cram all of them here on the table. And as you can see, I have my dog Lulu right next to the Mill Creek collection right here. Let's try it. Let's get them out. This is where I'm at with the collection so far. I have the original 4, and I do have 4 of the new gen. Let's talk about these for a second, actually. So I did review Ultra Q a while back, but personally, I felt like I kind of half-assed the review a little bit more. There was definitely a lot more I wanted to kind of talk about. I wouldn't say I rushed it, but there were definitely some things that I probably should have mentioned in there. I do want to talk about these though, actually. So I do got a good portion of the new gens. I don't have Ultraman X, sadly. I don't got Ultraman Ace either, but a lot of money. So yeah, I do got the. I do want to talk about this though. This is a Walmart exclusive that I've managed to get about like a month ago or so. I'll be honest. I am a little bit behind on watching them, but that's only because it's kind of hard to sit down and watch an entire series, especially when it's subtitled. You know, Speaking of subtitled, they started also airing. Well, not airing, but on YouTube. At least every week or so, they do show some new episodes of Ultraman Z, which is very nice. And what I really like is that they actually started to put subtitles in. So now you can actually watch the show without having to wait until this, at a later time, Even with Ultraman Taiga, too, it's like as much as I wanted to watch it, there was no English subtitles for it. So it was kind of difficult. But now that Subaraya is starting to acknowledge that there is an American audience, who loves Ultraman, of course, it's very nice that they've managed to do that. They've been doing that a lot this year, which is very nice, especially when you consider a lot of the crazy stuff that's been happening this year, So that's very nice, of course. I've meant to talk about Ultraman Z for a while, but I haven't really gotten to it, sadly. I wanted to do like a kind of like a review of the trailer, but then that didn't happen because a lot of sort of personal stuff was happening, so I couldn't really get to that. But at least we got that out of the way. So of course, let's talk about the figures, right? Now the Ultra let me just fix this up real quick so you can get like a nice small little glimpse of the collection right here. Yeah, like I say, I do have more, but I can't fit all of them here. Like, let me see, who else can I fit on here? I do got Twin Tails right here. I guess he could. Yeah, you can't really see him that well. I do apologize for that. I wanted to talk about these because for a very long time now, I've been trying to get around reviewing some of these because I have a lot of them that I have not reviewed yet. I've reviewed at least maybe some of the Showa era Ultramans. I haven't reviewed Father of Ultra yet, but I do want to get to that. I've been behind for a while now. Collecting these has been such a big hassle. Let me tell you, being a collector, a toy collector in 2020, it's very difficult. Amazon is not helping at all. I've just ordered a couple of more, but I have to cancel one of them because, I don't know, payment revision. I don't know. Let's not get into that. I want to talk about Ultraman, They're still making a lot of new figures. I really like what they started to do. They started releasing pictures of more new ones. They're releasing a lot of the kaijus from Ultraman Geed because they are set to make an appearance in Ultraman Z, which is very nice. I know that there's been kind of the debate on what's been going on with the whole Ultra Monster DX toy line and with the normal Ultra 500 figures, because what Bandai started doing is that they basically take a character. Do I have an example? Not really. No. Most of the DX figures I have, like this one, they don't have a smaller version of it yet. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that Bandai, they started taking some of the figures from the DX line and putting them into the Ultra Monster 500 series, but just kind of shrinking them down a little bit. Now, while I personally don't have a problem with that, a lot of people really do. And some people were even saying that now the DX line is kind of dead. I wouldn't really say that, because the last time they made a giant monster figure was literally in 2019, last year, when they did Ultraman Rube the movie. I hope I said that right. Rube? Luge? I don't know. It's kind of weird how you pronounce it. And in case you're wondering, no, I haven't seen it. I don't even know if the entire movie's up on YouTube. I really don't know. So I really like what they've been doing with the figures. Like I say, I've reviewed some of these in the past. I've been wanting to review more, but it's been kind of hard to do that. I always film everything through my phone. Right now, I'm only doing this video on my laptop, so it's very easy to kind of make videos like these, during like a live chat. Sorry if I messed up your name, Bryanks Boy 2007. I apologize if you lost one of your figures. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you got that going on. The toy line, it's still running, they're still releasing a lot of nice little figures. I can't wait to see what else they're going to release. So far they've only released some of the more older characters throughout the series, so I'm kind of curious to when we're going to see some of the new villains, the new kaijus for Ultraman Z. What I do want to note is that I love that they brought back Naranga. And I've seen some of the reviews too for the figure. I don't care if he's tiny. I really, really want to get that. They've also released other characters like Windam. I hope I'm saying that right. Savenger. Windam I really like, because Windam, he was from Ultra 7. So I really love how little by little they're releasing some of the classic characters into the toy line, which is very nice. And it's also nice that they also release some of the new characters as well, with the monsters and all that. I forgot the name of the recent one that was in the first episode. I know it was like a shark kind of kaiju creature. Yeah. So yeah, it's all in all, Look, I even got the one that I talked about the other day that I spent $15 on. That's nice, right? Yeah, so like I say, I do have like a whole bunch of these that I would like to review. Like you see, I got Guy Strom right here. I ordered to Kong, so I'm waiting for him to come in to Kong. I also bought Ultraman Ginga S and Ultraman X. I've been trying to keep it very minimum. I try to get some of the good guys and also some of the bad guys. But like I say, it does become a little bit of a hassle once in a while. I even got the normal Armstrong right here, just though I just kind of show it off just a little bit, because I know that a lot of you really, really want a review, and I keep, I don't want to say promise, because I keep breaking my promise. I want to keep reviewing these, I want to review some of the, all the ones I haven't reviewed yet. I reviewed this one, but you get the idea, right? So what my plan is that I'm going to do a small recap video. Basically, what I'll do is that I'll talk about the figures that I already reviewed in the past, and then eventually I will review the ones, the ones that I haven't reviewed, and there's a lot of them. What also is kind of hard is that sometimes I like to put some of the music from the shows too in the videos, but you can't really do that, because you gotta go around, find the music, and make sure that you're not downloading it illegally, which is very difficult to do. So for example, if I wanted to get the music for when Armstrong is attacking Jack, I can't really do that. I will probably have to put like the main theme in the background and all. You guys get the idea though. So like I say, I had like a whole bunch of these right here. I guess Sidora. Just thought I just kind of show them off because I know some of you, especially one person in particular who keeps commenting, right? That you got. I know you want to review so bad. All right, I get it. I'm sorry if I'm lacking. Look, I even got him. Shit, I forgot his name. Was it Griza? Yeah, you see, that's kind of the other thing. That the library of Ultraman figures, there's so many of them. It's like you can't even remember some of their names. Luckily, most of them are in English, so I'm very glad for that. What else? Grigio. You see, what's nice about reviewing these is that even though a lot of people hate that they're small, it's kind of good for my part too. Because at least when I review them for my camera, at least I'll get them into full frame. You know what I'm trying to say? So like if I try to review Maga Pamdon, I can't really do that because he's so ginormous. It will not fit into frame in my camera. I will have to like try to back it up a little bit. And even then, you want to pay attention. You want to pay close attention to detail because, yeah, they're meant to be kids' toys. I get it. So they're not really going to have all the paint that they're supposed to have. But these are still really nice figures. And I love that this toy line still continues on, even though the whole gimmick behind them kind of died down. Because originally, let me see. Oh, okay, here's an example. Right here, right? You see how they got like the little things under their foot right there? Let me see. Yeah, that's because they used to do this thing with Ultraman Ginga, with the Spark Dolls. Basically, that's what these things were originally called. They were called Spark Dolls, right? And the whole gimmick is that if you got like the DX riser, I think that's what it was called, and if you put it under the foot of the characters, they will make like a sound, whether it's a phrase or a monster roar. That's how the toy line used to be. The Ultra series, that's how they used to kind of do it. They don't really do that no more. Like you see Grigio, he doesn't have that. Who else? Most of these are reissues, meaning that some of the ones like this one, they're supposed to have the little thing at the bottom of the foot, but you can see this one doesn't. Not because my laptop is crap and you can't really see it, but you get the idea, right? So a lot of the ones I have are reissues. I do got a couple of the ones that are still from like the originals, like when they first released, with the classic tags and all that. So that's where I'm at so far with all this. Like I say, I do have a lot more, a lot of them really. Since I've been lacking in reviewing these for like a really long time, it's a little bit hard to get back on. Now, I don't want to sound greedy or nothing, but I also notice how they used to be like one of my more popular videos too. I will always get tons of views on those. So it's kind of hard to cash that audience back, especially when I haven't done this in a while. So expect the next couple of Ultraman reviews to have not too many views. But I wanna make sure that I critique the figure the best way I can. I show you all the details and I'll talk about why they're so amazing and why they had their ups and downs, So I would like to kind of take a look at that. And I also want to review the Mill Creek collections too. I do want to talk about these. Like I said, I talked about Ultra Q, but like I feel like I should have done maybe a little bit more better on the review. So expect there to be another review of that in the future. Hey, I mean, what can I say? This is what I do. This is what a lot of us collectors do. I mean, look at my poor Ninja Turtles in the background. They haven't done anything in a while, so that's why I barely talk about Ninja Turtles anymore. I did talk about NECA in my last review, so you got that going on. And what else? I don't really got much to say. I just wanted to just kind of talk about this a little bit. Happy Ultraman Day. I guess I don't know how do we celebrate. I guess you could just watch a whole marathon of Ultraman. So there's that. Just kind of showing off the nice merch that Bandai made. I guess there you go. All right, so hopefully I will do my recap video of the figures that I've reviewed, and then eventually you will see some legit Ultraman reviews sometime in the future. I can't promise I might make a video this week, but maybe next week you might get a little something. So I'll see what I can do with the recap. What I will mention is that for some of the new ones that I want to review, I would like to talk about Kennigan right here, the classic kaiju from Ultra Q. He did appear in the new gen, but he appeared more like in a. When was the last time Kennigan appeared? I know it has something to do with Ginga, with Ultraman Ginga. I can't quite remember. It's been a while. I do apologize. I haven't watched Ultraman in quite some time. I've been really behind. I'm not even through all the Blu-ray collections and all that yet. So expect there to be lack of knowledge, but don't worry. At least I know about these characters well enough. Who else do I plan to remember? Review. I'm a mess. I gotta review Black King. I gotta review him. I know I reviewed Ellie King. What else? Who else did I review? Alien Matron. Did I do King Joe? I don't remember. I don't think so. Did I review King Joe? I don't remember. Yeah, you see where the problem relies, when trying to remember stuff. I honestly don't even remember what was the last figures I reviewed. That's not good. So yeah, I'm gonna go back. Like I say, maybe this week you will see a small recap of some of the Ultra figures I've reviewed so far. So if you would like to know, right, what figures have I reviewed so far? Yes, I have reviewed. Where are you? I've reviewed Ultraman. I've reviewed him. Zafi. Let me just fix that right there. I've reviewed Leo, Seven, Toto. You guys know Toto's my favorite, but that's only because he's weird as hell. Bolton, I've reviewed. Gamora, yes. Zeton, yes, I did review him. Just like I say, expect a small recap of some of those figures that I've mentioned, right? The video might come out this week. Well, let me see. Today's Thursday, so maybe tomorrow, but I can't really quite promise that. But what the figures that I really, really do want to talk about is definitely Ultraman Zero. I would love to talk about him and review his figure, especially when I did a video months ago just dedicated to him. A lot of people were talking about how they felt that Ultraman Zero was being used too much throughout the series, and how his portrayal in Ultraman Geed was kind of lackluster, and that a lot of people kept talking about how it was like an example of bad writing. I don't know, but I downplayed that. I don't think I think the argument is bogus. It's kind of stupid. You could say the same thing about any other Ultraman, really. Like I've mentioned, everybody loves Nexus and everybody loves Mebius. So imagine those characters being around for way longer than they should have. Wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you think that people be like, okay, I think we have enough of them already. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I obviously I'm like, stop it and enjoy the series for what it is. All right, you could critique it, you could say whatever you want about it. I'm just saying though, I don't really get the whole situation with Zero. I really don't. Let me look at my live chat real quick. Yes, Zero, he was in Geed. He played a very major role in the show, but that was only because his arch nemesis was Belial, Ultraman Belial. I gotta review him too. I got him right here, so I should probably review him in the future. And yeah, they used to be enemies, but that I haven't seen Geed. Watch it. It's a good show. Also, I forgot to mention that I did find this article talking about how the show is a huge meh. Don't listen to that. Just watch the show, please. Watch it before you critique it. That's all I want to say. We shouldn't really judge things by the cover. Let's give these a chance, because I know there's been this sort of debate on who's better, the original Ultraman or the new ones. Why hasn't Mebius returned? That I am not too sure. Once in a while, the Ultramen, they do get a sort of a little reappearance once in a while, like an Ultraman Geed. In the first episode, they were showing a flashback of when Belial literally destroyed the Earth, and you see a whole bunch of Ultramans, right? You see Ultraman 80, you see Astra, you see pretty much a lot of people there, right? Yeah, so once in a while they do get little cameos. Even Ultraman Zero, he did had a if I'm correct, an Ultraman Taiga, he did appear in one episode, but that was only because spoiler alert. Well, not too much of a spoiler, but spoiler alert. In one of the episodes of Ultraman Taiga, there wasn't a clone of Ultraman Belial, but it was just a clone, so it's not the real him. So yeah, I don't think we got worry about him for a while. Oh, I forgot to mention that with Ultraman Z. A lot of the, since a lot of the monsters from Ultraman Geed have such a huge connection with Belial because they use their fusions with his power. Yeah, that's another thing I noticed too. It's like I feel like ever since Ultraman Belial died. Oh crap! I just spoiled the shit. Did it? I mean, a lot of these Ultramans they do die once in a while, so I don't think it's really much of a spoiler. Yeah, I probably should not have mentioned that. Forget that I said that. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I hate spoilers, so I do apologize because that is something that does happen in Ultraman Geed. I do apologize for spoiling that. Crap, why did I do that? I should not have said that. That should have been like a surprise or something. And why hasn't the Gungo turned? I'm not too sure. Sorry, I'm looking at my live chat right here. Yeah, yeah. So, not really sure what else to say. Just thought I just kind of talk a little bit about Ultraman. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about some updates. Talk about some other stuff that I want to do. I do want to mention that I do want to try some other stuff that's not Ultraman related in the future. So if you see some videos not related to this, just you can skip those and just jump right into the Ultraman action because why not? Ultraman's, it's a huge phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very glad that he's finally getting his audience here in America. There's even a comic book that's supposed to come out by the end of the year called Birth of Ultraman, something like that. And it's going to be created by Marvel, which is nice. Even though Marvel has made some mistakes with some of their comics in the past, but then again, that's an issue that we should talk about in the future too with Marvel. But besides that, yes, pretty much all I have to say right now. Like I say, wait, hold up. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so like, no, I don't got corona. I promise. I don't. I'm fine. I'm clean. I'm just hot. All right. Uh, so like, I'm gonna end the video here. So basically, I'm gonna, like I said, I'll do a small recap of the figures that I've already reviewed, and eventually you will see some new ones pretty soon. Hopefully, I know I keep saying that. See, like these I've already reviewed. Look how easy it is to grab these things. Look at that. Look at that. It's like in the show. It's like in Ultraman Ginga. He did that too with the Spark Dolls. He just kind of grab them and be like, transformation time. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I reviewed Ultraman Ginga. Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna go back, look at some of my old videos. Recap the ones I've already reviewed, and then after that, finally we'll get onto the new stuff. All right. So I'm gonna end it right here. All right. I want you guys to stay safe out there because it's still pretty dangerous. Watch some Ultraman because today's Ultraman Day. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil, so I'm gonna try and take a break from that and watch some Ultraman. Maybe get caught up in the collection, and yeah, that's about it. All right. Stay safe out there, and peace.